Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick. Radiant team pick.
Tide Hunter.
Fuck.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is not game 1, this is a new draft, even though the first 3 picks are exactly the same, but Evil Corporation, they get themselves the Warlock as the second hero in the first phase. My name is Dragon Drop, happy to bring in this series. This is game number 2 between Team Kinguin and Evil Corporation in a best of 3. So if Kinguin win this one too, then they'll punch a ticket to the finals of this qualifier. And I do believe that ensures their trip to Manila. That's the venue. The Philippines Arena in Manila will be the place where the first major of 2018 will take place. And, well, either you win these qualifiers and you get your slot immediately, or you can play in the wild card here that's offered to the EU and CS runners-up. We'll see, though. First, they have to get through Evil Corporation, who's, I don't know, their strat didn't quite work out. They just ran out of time in game number 1. And, kind of trying to adjust it this time here. They still get the Tiny. And now following up with the Warlocks. So that's the kind of counter initiation that they didn't really have in that last game. Right, Kinguin, they had the Tide Hunter, they had the Supernova, they had the exotic Lone Druid. And that whole combination was enough to make sure that they could just go for a very strong timing push up the high grounds here that Evil Corporation had nothing really to throw against here with the Storm Spirit and the Timbersaw, who went quite ready to fight in a 5-on-5 engagement like that. Again, this time around though, the Warlock, that'll help them out quite a bit. Also, decent enough laning support here these days against solo offlaners anyway. You can trade rather effectively with the Shadow Word. That being said though, it's not a hero that we've seen a whole lot of, so maybe a bit of a pocket strat, maybe they're looking for more combinations here with the Fatal Bombs. Or perhaps even the slow, right? I mean, they have a little bit of extra setup stuns, and you get a couple of extra seconds out of that upheaval. All of a sudden, Kinguin Zeros won't be able to move at all, so... We'll see if that's the idea here for EC. And what Kinguin wants to do now, I mean, the Razor has been banned out. He's not going to be joining us.
5 seconds remaining.
Gonna have to find another hero for Nisha to play. And again, titled to Jakiro. Talked about it in the last game. Very solid opener. Strong offlaner, strong 5-position support that can zone out evil people.
Dire team pick.
That's a Slaughter for now. Alright. I believe they've run it as well in the Perfect World Masters, like once or twice at least. Curious why we don't see something like an Ogre.
10 seconds
Straight with that, they've run that a couple of times. Beastmaster hasn't been banned out either.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, whatever works, like you stick with it. Tide Hunter worked very well last game, so why not try it again? But yeah, they played it up against Vega Squadron in the Perfect World Masters, together with the Templar Assassin, so that's something that you can look towards. Some sort of extra minus armor, or at the very least physical damage. Either Templar Assassin, Phantom Assassin is also very popular these days, and can work very well in conjunction with Slaughter. But that is Evil Corporation. Alright, that's the one trick that they have. Kinguin, Do they want to pick up the Husker now? It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, I want to
Dire
say.
team pick. Phantom
But they get the
assassin.
PA, so they're
Radiant
sticking to their
team
own guns. Which does mean I'm gonna see the Oracle Husker here for Evil Corporation. Alright. They won the series with it in earlier. In the phase 1 of the bracket, up against Team Doggy, I wanna say.
10 seconds remaining.
Team Singularity, that was that. Team Doggy was in the other group.
5 seconds
Yeah, they won
remaining.
game 3 of a lower bracket match against Team Singularity with that kind of achievements. And
Dire team
well, they
back.
also made use of that up against Hellraisers, as I was explaining in the draft earlier. Just picking Oracle, forcing the Husker pick for Hellraisers, and then countering out with a CK. But not this time, they get the full combo. And I don't know though. Kinguin. They have the minus armor strat, and generally speaking, that is pretty good against Husker.
5 seconds
Being able to burst him down and not really caring about his tankiness against magical damage. So the Oracle is gonna have to be on point with that, with his false promises. Same time, Kinguin, if they get another hero that's very mobile, maybe even Storm's banned out, but some sort of blink hero, perhaps out of the middle lane, then they should be able to just blink on the Oracle, take him out first, or force him to use false promise on himself, and then jump back on a Husker. That's generally the way that you want to deal with that. Kinguin, they're experienced enough to know all the intricacies of that. Right. Evil Corp.
10 seconds remaining.
Still looking for an offlaner now, I want to say.
5 seconds remaining.
Beastmaster still in the pool. They want to add some extra push, extra lockdown. Magnus could be interesting. Would also be good for Team Kinguin here if they didn't have the Tide Hunter already. Kinguin, of course, they're still looking for mid-hero though, and Magnus does kind of fit into that. He used to be running mids like all the time back in the day, but not the best matchup against Husker. Then again, what is really? The one good one would perhaps be Razor, but it's been banned out much earlier. Alright. 45 seconds for Evil Corporation. Yeah, I don't know. Just looking at last picks here to see what else they could go for. They have run Faceless Void like against Double Dimension. Not sure what position though, probably safe lane, but okay, that is. They still have that option here, run Void safe, Tiny offlane, but of course Void also flexible enough to be able to take that offlane role himself. Husker in mid with the help of the Oracle as needed. Tiny safe lane again with the Warlock. Alright, so
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Decent enough combo, right? Void into Warlock Golem into the upheaval or the other way around. Like you can make things work with that. Having that kind of strong lockdown available is again what's lacked in the last game. In that sense, they made that adjustment. They also have the Oracle Husker for a lot of damage output and secured damage output as well, if you manage to get that combo off. And it's going to be down to Team Kinguin to try and play around that. That being said, though, they have a minus armor strat, so the later the game goes, more opportunities you'll have to just, not even just insta-kill Husker, but even the Oracle. Like, Blink Crush on him, Phantom Assassin with a follow-up. He might not even get the chance to get that false promise off on even himself. Now the Viper for Nisha. For now that actually works out. I do feel like it's still advantage in the earlier levels. And with the Corrosive skin, you actually have that defensive tool up against the Burning Spears. Husker might not want to spam them out as you would against other heroes. So I don't think Evil Corporation have the flexibility to run them anywhere else though. The other cores that they have are Void and Tiny, and neither of them are very happy playing mid up against the Viper. I like Kinguin's response here. Gonna believe in their own justice, you know, believe in their own strats and their ability to take these
10
kind of
seconds
games up
remaining.
against this kind of very nasty idea.
5 seconds remaining.
Very nasty strat. Always is, always has been. Every time you pick it though, you give up a piece of your soul. But Evil Corporation fits right into the theme though, right? We'll see. Game number 2 will commence soon here. Galaxy Battles EU qualifiers. The winner will move on and face either Penta or Team Secret. There'll be a second matchup later today here in about 2 hours time. That's on schedule to start. $6K minor group stage winner. Okay. I still don't know what this screen actually doesn't show the proper names in captain's mode, but at the very least we have the right names in game, so I don't get confused. Okay, had a bit of lag spike here. Should be all good now. I get these sometimes, but just gotta pray that they don't happen in the middle of a team fight. So, where does it leave us? Area might actually be roaming a little bit on the Warlock. He actually has the Blights down. Boots as well as the Solar Crest queued up. That's interesting. It's an item that Huskars might even want to pick up themselves, but now that frees him up, perhaps get something else instead. Maybe straight from the Halberd. Probably be more effective overall. It makes sense, you're gonna want evasion up against this kind of lineup. And just this extra layer of security. So area, if he goes for the quick talisman, the quick solar crest, he can throw that out onto Ryujin to help him out. And until he gets his halberd, then he'll have his own evasion to deal with. So Phantom Assassin can probably see an MKB in her future.
The battle
on me.
begins.
Got him. Put a point in time mark. Alright, it's not the worst. We want it anyway, and using it this early means it's gonna be off cooldown again by the time the creeps actually meet. Kaoli with a bit of lock mid, and are they actually running Flens here? That looks like it. I think maybe Ryujin walks his way there, but they don't want him in that matchup against the Viper. They figure, hey, it's better to have him off to a good early start. He can definitely zone out the Titan almost by himself when he starts to stack up the Burning Spears. And again, that's not something that Nisha really cares too much about with the Corrosive skin. Alright, down bottom, owned me. Looking for him. He shows himself now. Does have the time mark available, but with all of this damage over time, it's a pretty good spell up against that. We'll use it now to undo that damage from the crush. Not gonna have the best time, but as long as he keeps both of these supports in here, that'll be alright. Make sure the Flensmeister can do alright here in the little couple of minutes in the mid, especially with Kaoli's help. That's not being counted out by a different support. And eventually, if they then manage to make some stacks happen, Flensmeister will of course be able to farm those up pretty easily here with a big old tree. You max it out because of the extra bonus damage that you get. 40%. Quite a bit here for 5 attacks.
Top tower is under attack.
Especially with the good damage that you already have. And again, 3.3 strength per level, so it's quite a bit in that front as well. But now, on me, straight up TPing out. Crush already used, so that'll be that. He's being bullied though. Almost level 2, but without the Anton, without the Puma shield, you can't even fall back into the jungle on the 0 anymore, which is why we've probably seen him fall off quite a bit as an offlaner. Katsura. Doesn't actually get the bounty rune here. Crush a little bit too late even. Maybe didn't expect Only to make that time off from that angle. Okay. Bye bye. Been bullied quite a bit. He's out of region. Has another set of tangos about to be flown out. Not even flown out, just walked out on the turret. Still 30 seconds until that gets upgraded. So this dual lane mid, doing what dual lanes do. That's with the cleave right here. Sometimes you can get that extra bit of damage up on Nisha if he's not careful, he's not staying at max range. Right, so this mid lane working out quite decently well here. 14-1 defense to the 8-3. Top lane, Patos, trying to do his thing. Can't contest the Huskar directly, but he can contest the area. As well as he pulls he's trying to do. But now Regen, well, no slows, no kind of lockdown on Warlock. It's one problem that he has, though he can't really set up for Huskar to come in and take over. Right. I'm very worried for this Faceless Void, this thing though. Kinguin are doing a really good job zoning him away from experience. Level 2.5 here, almost 3.5 minutes in. It's to be expected with the way the offlane is right now on these kind of heroes, but it's also the reason why you see different type of offlaners can actually contest more effectively here and secure last. It's because denies 16 on Exotic Deer, they can't do so much. But now area up top with Crush. Two more heroes coming through, Regen in front. They're all linked up together here, stunned to spread out the burning spears. Regen would have been able to find 1 or 2 kills if Kinguin was stuck around. So saving his buddy there. That's the benefit in this game for Evil Corporation. This Huskar is getting complete free farm, and I'm not sure if Kinguin have the complete lead on all of the ramifications of that. Obviously they make that choice. Kind of have to make the choice because if you commit both of the spots up there to try and mitigate that, Exotic Deer will be alone up against the Faceless Void, and that's an okay matchup, but at that point Faceless Void would get a lot more. But now, Fensmeister in mid, getting it drawn by Nisha, slowed down, as well as with Ellis Sash coming through from the backlines. He should end up falling. He does have the toss. Back on top of Coley, under the tower though, Nisha gets rooted up. First blood will still go the way of Kinguin, but with another nuke. Purifying Flames level 2. At least make a trade out of it. Sound issues? No, doesn't look like it. Alright, now you make me miss a kill up top. What? That's not even possible. Area running him down? Yeah, Patos must have been low from before somehow. Alright. Alright. 20 AQ mod. Give me 80 seconds then. Oh yeah. XD. Should be looking at Twitch chat, but if I get to ban an idiot, that's worth it. Bottom lane ulti, yeah, still not getting too much. Cards are sitting around just waiting for him to overextend, but 2 points up into the time mark at the very least. He's just at level 4, it's getting a little bit better. Goats of 12 stick Shadow to rely on at this point, so that'll help out a little bit. But now Kato showing himself onto owned me. Ellis Sash and just gonna straight up jump in if time walk comes through. Nothing they can really do to prevent that though. So just trying to zone him out to make sure that they can get this tower. They have the catapult wave here, they still only have the 1 point up on Liquid Fire. They're only making the rotation, but you can't really help this either. They need more help that's gonna come in from area. Don't wanna let this go just yet. This even Flensmeister making the rotation. And with the Missouri, might even be able to instant castle. There it is. Tossed back to his friends. 2 of them gets a crush off. Couple rightly seeing there. Extra root from Pioli coming out eventually. He's still pretty damn fast with the sprints. It's gonna take them a while to actually run him down and finish him off. And last right click. Alright, Eric gets in range. One can try and fuel up on mana. It was pretty good for you, Corp. Space Creator though again, they wasted a lot of time. Exotic Deer still continuing to farm middle lane. He's almost level 7 now. I think they're staying out of vision, but there's actually a rain and ward spotting them out completely. Can you just spell Viper Strike Machine? Oh yeah, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah. Is that a strong dispel? Alright. It's a strong dispel, but not dispellable means not dispellable, even by strong dispels, I'm pretty sure. Patos, he continues to do this thing. And it's level 4 now, he can feel a little bit more comfortable, even putting an early point up into Gush. Now it's gonna get gone on Keoli and Era making their way in. But hey, TP, yeah, that's the thing. The only thing that they have to cancel that would be the Warlock Golem when it comes out eventually, the Chronosphere. Those are big ultimates, and outside of that, it is the tiny and nothing else. Overall, though, this laning stage going much better for Evil Corp than it went in game number 1, especially if they can find Katsu here in the sides. I think they do. And crushed up. Doesn't all people, but they do get the jump from Ryujin. A couple of right clicks, Katsu will fall. Easy game. Easy kill. I don't know. Just try to soak some experience up there or something. I don't know. But they do find him out inside the trees. One more maybe. Don't quite have the catapult. A lot of damage towards this tower. Maybe on Jakiro. Okay. A little bit too aggressive here. Flensmeiser had a haste rune too, so not gonna be slowed down. KOD level 5.5. Once he hits level 6, we need to see Ecorp go a bit more aggressively here once they have that particular safety net for Ryujin, because he already has his armlet. He's actually forced to be reckoned with right now. So is Exotic Deer. Make no mistake, I mean, he's level 8 himself. With these crits, couple of lucky ones here, especially after only just picked up, just used the time walk, even has to use the Chronos to keep himself safe, but might actually not be enough. Stick charges. Oh no. Well, Exotic Deer, miss. 1, 2. Ah, he's gonna be fine, isn't he? Yeah. If it wasn't for the miss, that 20% evasion is saving his ass there. There's a bit of miscommunication there for E-Corp. If Huskar he was there earlier when the currency was still going, then it was 100% the kill. As it stands, I won't quite make that work. Area, alright, gonna get going on. Crushed up. No follow up here. TP in was cancelled.
Radiant's bottom tower.
We've got right now Huskar on bottom. What are you talking about with sound issues? Like, gonna have to be more specific than that. You want me to try and fix anything? Down bot. Okay, yeah, Warlock does get going on. Eventually here, left alone to his own devices, so they will be able to also chip away at the tower. Meanwhile, Hero, then the Liquefier mid. Sorry, dear, going for the classic mask of man was built.
A soldier's fortune.
Oh, yeah, looks like E-Corp's trying to set up for some sort of trades region. He has the armor going, so not a whole lot of health to work with. It also means that, of course, his attack speed is increased, which will help with the tower. They also have the catapult wave. So this is being responded to. Kinguin will lose the tier 1 tower on the bottom in exchange. They might very well be happy with that. Especially if they can put on some damage up on the top. Catapult wave will do that to you. It has to be responded to. They've been buffed quite a bit.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Really gotta go with some plan, right? We do have the false promise to work with. The only region, both have a TP. But, well, at the very least, Glenn's in the area focusing on this mid tier 1. Elisage, one more Liquefier, and they'll force it an eye. And that is fairly easy with the big old 3 in hand. The top lane continues to be punished here. Kinguin brought down to half already, and still E-Corp. They're not making any play towards that or anywhere else on the map. They smoked up now. But what is smoking on? So far away from top. The and alright. Ultimate to fall up. Exotic here trying to get away on me. Ah. No, it's barely surviving once again. Last right click not enough. No bash either for Omi. Had a bit of a lag spike there in the middle of the team fight as well, so sorry about that. So Chronosphere use when they get the 1 kill, they still lose the tower. Was that denied? I don't believe so. No, the Radiant got it. I feel like E-Corp, they need to leverage the Huskar effect more and earlier. Pull the trigger on these TPs in the Chronosphere a lot later than maybe they should have, but hindsight's 2020. And overall, they should know better than me. Because they're the ones playing in this kind of a tournament, and I'm not.
Is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, tier 1 for tier 1 trade here. Top to bottom.
Radiant structures are fortified.
But again, Kinguin in a much better position to turn this into more damage at the very least. Liquid fire. I'll do that for you.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
He's just still racking win. No Chronosphere, Ecop has a bit of a harder time continuing. No Chronosphere, no Warlock Golem either. That was the first usage of that too.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
A little quiet. Alright. Gonna put it up again.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Evil Twitch chat lying to me.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Shout out to you guys though who
Radiant
aren't.
structures are fortified.
There's evil Twitch chat and then there's good Twitch chat. You know who you are.
Dire's
On me,
middle tower
gonna get found by Katsuo here, and Lensmeister coming in. It was bait! The crush comes through before the right clicks. Even 3 toss will not be enough. On me, trying to commit for it here. It might have been a mistake. He's still amped up. Stick charges. And yeah, he's... Another blink toss. Elisage coming through as well. Super low on health. Only will TP out. Kaoli forced to, fall bombs himself. Bit of an awkward engagement here, to say the least. Does turn out into a 1-4 trade though. Lensmeister. This time he did go for the blink tag instead of the Sanction Yasha. I do tend to like this a little bit more. And this game you can definitely make use of the extra bit of initiation. And sometimes you can make the argument, alright, we already have the clockwork, we already have something else that can start these fights, so I have plenty of time to walk in and make use of these extra stats from something like a Sanction Yasha. But in this game, having that extra burst potential is definitely going to be useful. But now Kinguin, they're going for this Roshan Ecop. Moving like they know about it. The smoke up, they have another Chronosphere, they have everything available. Apart from this false promise, it's on cooldown for another 40 seconds, but Kinguin is still respecting this card, so scouting it out with the Invis rune. Now Regen. Oh, here's a mask, Morbid Mask. Amplify damage up still for a couple of seconds, so Regen will try and secure that for himself. So now it's Kinguin's turn. We'll try and turn this around. Chronosphere. He's thinking about it. Katsuo, look at him, he's sitting aside. Chronosphere up on the top, only catching one. Ravage on the side as Partners comes in. Aegis will still be picked up by Ryujin. Now to turn around. Nice little ultimate here. Goal number 3 with the link on everybody. Evil Corporation, they will be able to secure this team fight. They lose Aegis, but I think we're going to be happy about that, especially if they can see a couple of extra kills. Exotic Deal still being linked up, so they see this line scoping out his position. They cannot get too close, so Katsuo on the side. Lensmeister goes for the blind avalanche. He does, but a little bit too late.
Radiant's middle tower
Unfortunate for him. Still a good team fight, taking that Aegis away from Kinguin. It's a really good Warlock Golem with the Fatal Bonds together here. On me, now finds a Exotic Deer, trying to hold on to the Time Walker now. Looking for more. It's gonna have some help coming in. Exotic Deer with TP out. The bash on call this time, and Flens, well, take it over. Jumps to the creep base, slowed down, roots it up, rolling. Oh. Helping out with helping out the rest of the team to secure the very important kill. Exotic Deer, a little bit too greedy, sticking around on this side of the map for a little bit too long. This team nowhere to TP to, so now Evil Corporation. That gold graph was going up and up here before the Roche fight, but Kinguin losing it as decisively as they did. They will get another kill down here. Warlock, followed by Nisha as well as the Slato. Still doesn't quite have the blink dagger yet, so Katsuo a little bit behind it. Okay. Evil Corporation, they keep going and going though. The River of Death claims another target. 40 seconds until another chrono. They have the false promise. No mana for it just yet though, so Kaoli have to recharge on that. Lensmeister also kinda low. And it's going for the Echo Saber. The full on burst build. On me. Well, these kind of couple kills also certainly helping him out still. Sitting at 4.2k, 4.3k net worth, still has some catching up to do. He's going for the Vlad, so it'll certainly help out his team, especially a tiny. That percentage-based increase in someone with this much base damage. I mean, he has been nerfed in that regards, because the growth doesn't give nearly as much anymore. But it is still significant. How much is it in total? 15% for melee heroes? Can't be bothered to do math, but does stack up, also considering the cleave. Extra percentage that you get from that as well. And not to mention the Husker. Extra lifesteal is always going to be nice for him to make sure that he can keep himself alive at low health. So far the strategy is starting to bear fruits. When they getting closer to the Blink Dragon card, so they're gonna have to wait for that. Exotic Deer kind of being slowed down in his own item progression. He does have the Desolator queued up, and okay. Not sure what he was still doing there, but he is being punished. Evil Corporation controlling their side of the map quite well. Now they're trying to do the same thing on the other. They have this one ward up in the high ground. And Keoli? She sees Exotic Deer. He's keeping out on... Ah, they'll be cancelled. Flensmeister in the right position. And Exotic Deer, well... Goodbye. What can I say to that? Alistar trying to do the same thing, and he should be successful. Yeah. Ryujin finds him a second earlier, though. He just dies. Period. As it stands, only Exotic Deer, but it's an important target. Well, secure the tier 1 tower. The rest of Kinguin perhaps trying to trade. Slaughter will have his Blink Dagger now, so that's good. But not in a position to actually trade for towers, even with Leisha here on this side of the map. They have to defend. All of a sudden, it is Evil Corporation who are the ones to go for a sub 20-minute base push. Noah Aegis. And the Nether Toxin with a break. Actually quite obnoxious here to deal with for him. That means he is susceptible to magic damage for a while. Okay. As a result, this tower will still stand. Down to 2/3 of his health points, so Patras doesn't have his own Blink Dagger, so he can't quite go across. Perhaps I'll have to set him up. But I need to find Keoli. They can't just go on Ryujin. How we look in terms of items. Desolator about to be finished. More minus armor, so basically the kind of strat that Kinguin went for this game. Where's the Viper going? Maelstrom, alright. More wave clear. Only has the Hurricane Pike. Thing is, even if EC win this game, they will not get Husker again in the next, or Oracle. Either one of those will probably be banned out in the second banning phase. He does have the halberd now as well into Ryujin, going for the MKB. I was talking about MKB on Phantom Assassin earlier, but certainly useful on the Husker, just maxing out that attack speed, and absolutely necessary up against the Phantom Assassin. That'll actually mean that Exotic Deer will have to build a BKB, and he knows it too. Has it queued up next. Without a BKB, you're just gonna... Come on, Keoli. I feel like every game with Evil Corporation has a toilet break in it, in the middle of a game. Not every game per se, but every series. But it shouldn't take too long. Evil Corporation. They have everything available again, so I don't see why they would hesitate too long to go for another pick-off attempt or something. Titans are showing up top, so I think it's a bit of a bait. They have some good vision, so, and with that vision I don't see anyone, which means that it's a reasonable assumption to make that Kinguin either smoked up and grouped up together or about to be. So Evil Corp might decide to do the same thing. They have one available on Oracle. Just gonna rid of the creep wave. The one that's a little bit further out is Flensmeister, but he can TP up to the top lane. Up to his tier 3 tower in case Kinguin decides to keep going further. Titans at least going for the pipe. For the hood. Wouldn't hate the pipe this game either, just to help out the rest of this team, if nothing else. Not a crazy amount of magical damage, but the Huskars does start to stack up. Let's have the one from the Warlock. Right, ready to go again, we'll see what they decide. And ping it out up top. Perhaps not too decisive, maybe also just want to push up this bottom lane a little bit further, trying to push Kinguin back. They try to force out some more intelligence here. They see a couple extra heroes in mid now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, for now the only standing phase is Void. That's enough of a threat.
Is under attack.
Because Chronosphere, you don't necessarily know how many others are behind him unless you show in the bottom, but it's only Ryujin here with his catapult, so he'll be able to secure the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Also,
fallen.
damn Kinguins are going them. Right now, though, they're trying to stay off the map themselves rather than trying to go for a push. Alright, so nothing crazy happening just yet. Koli, what's he actually going for? Urn of Shadows. He's in austerity mode. Still 3.3k gold, not the worst thing in the world. We've seen 5 positions who are more like 7 positions. They have no farm at all, even 20 minutes into the game. Yeah. Blink Dagger on Void as well. Alright, it's all about the Chronosphere for Only. So, he realizes it too. Just gets the Blast for value. And to help out this team. But then straight for the Blink Dagger. I wouldn't be too surprised if there was an Axe in this future in this game. Because I don't think you ever need to deal damage. Right, you have Tiny to do that. And you have the Huskar, who has counters, but you have counters with counters, by talking about it again and again with the False Promise. So, in that sense, I'd actually would like to see Keoli go for something like a Glimmer Cape, some sort of defensive utility for himself, to make sure that he can save the False Promise for Ryujin. We'll see though. Next Roshan will step up 30 seconds until it may respawn. That's something that the teams might start to think about. E-Corp, I mean, it's time to set up more vision around that area. Top lane Jakiro. Alright, they're picking him out, he's dead. There was a hero there for half a second. Then it wasn't. Just the nature Huskar works. Now, the rest of the team in this general area too, they're looking to bully down the last remaining tier 2 tower. Middle lane also pushed out quite recently. Partos trying to fix that right now. The rest of Kinguin down on the other side of the map. They don't want to fight them right now into the Chronosphere, even with the Ravage available. So instead they try to make sure to mitigate the damage, pushing out this bottom lane so that eventually Evil Corp they have to rotate back at least one hero, and that also put an end to the push on the high ground for themselves. Yeah, both lanes actually being pushed towards these next objectives. Roshan very quickly respawn time indeed. It's back up already. They're gonna check it. They're gonna take it. Kinguin not in a position to actually defend it. Might not expect it right now. Because there was near an instant respawn, so... E-Corp. I don't see anyone though, so they're a little bit timid. Thinking, hey, maybe Kinguin, maybe they are smoked up. They only see him if they actually look at the map. I think they pinged him out. I think you don't know, this is way too juicy. They want to get a kill. If they only knew what I knew. But no one is anywhere near here. They could just have easily taken Roshan already. But hey, better play it safe than sorry. Gem or something? No, so they can't see that vision. Unless they plop down the sentry or something. But yeah. Just scour the area, make sure that actually no one is around there. And then finally go for Rush. Still have half time left on the DD. And again, it's none the wiser. Should figure it out at this point. Well, Eltash still gonna get gone on, so... only by on me. But yeah, they are smoked up, it's too late now. Huskar still pretty damn fast. Eltash trying to do his job, you know, just giving his life for the cause, pushing out these lanes, making sure that E-Corp can go high ground themselves. Partos on the side though. We need to try and walk in for Ravage region. Alright, gets Hurricane Pike away. The Water Golem will land. Katza will take out the damage over time. Sooner rather than later. And the Isha is actually slowed down super hard. Ryujin can go for another jump right the hell now if he wants. And he definitely wants. The Partos forces out the Ravage. That is the False Promise. The Chronosphere on 2. Huskar, perfect position on the outside. Starts to right-click away. And Partos will fall on top of that. 4 heroes down. In a span of like half a minute. Evil Corporation in a perfect position to go high ground, threaten it, and figure out, hey, guys, there's no buyback on Viper, else we would be using it.
is under attack.
Jakiro's Day can throw the Magnifier. Slaughter can maybe threaten with the Blink Crush. There's also Exotic Deer. They need to start to get some sort of mileage out of him. Does have the BKB to make that work. There's no Chronosphere to worry about. But there's still the Aegis. So Evil Corporation, they claim one set of racks. They're looking for the second. Exotic Deer starting to throw down daggers. And the Stash Magnifier at this point not really even going to do anything. This is gonna be a 1-for-1. Certainly looks like it right now. They can go straight for the Megas. Even if Tide Hunter comes back, there's not gonna be a Ravage. Pick up. Oh. They want to go for Megas, there's at least... They are taking the long way around, but it looks like they respect the Viper. They respect the break here and the Chronosphere and cooldown. Don't want to overextend. Just take what you get. Finish up the shrines. Wait for Chronosphere to come back up and wait for another opportunity, another angle like that. Because right now, Kinguin, they're in a lot of trouble. 2 sets of racks down this early. Does mean that you're gonna have a harder time farming, because your income is gonna be mitigated. Also always gonna have 2 lanes pushing into you, so it's gonna be much harder to keep Kinguin away from your base. You siege it down. Keep EC away from the base. Did I say Kinguin? Oh well. Keep them away from Kinguin's base. You get my meaning. Again, Olasash trying to do what he can. Didn't quite show himself this time, I believe. Not yet, anyway. And seeing now Ryujin showing up in this base, in this lane. Don't want to fight up against him. He has that NKB, he also has the Satanic not completed. He's super stacked. He's not the only one. Flensmeister. Link, Echo Saber, BKB of his own, holding on to the cheese. So, even with a comparatively limited amount of armor, Tiny gets a little bit here from the draw, so that does allow him to go for these kind of builds that are not that heavy at all. Minus armor is good and all, but he still has 2.7k health points to chew through at this point. Yeah, Riddle might be pushing in, but don't think Evil Corporation care at all. Go Belt on top lane now with the Chronosphere available again. Borrow tools in the world, Aegis for another 1.5 minutes. And Magnum Scepter on Warlock? Alright, double golem time, let's go. Yep. How do you stop this thing? Blink Crush, 1 damage. Alright, good start. Also still being broken. Nice crit there from the dagger, so Aegis would trigger minutes ahead of time. Can we go again? Still a false promise. And also jumps to the creep wave. And that is Golem. Oh, Chronosphere onto Pathos, trying to turn us around here with Ravage. Still catches a few heroes himself. Then tries with BKB. Now Asuka. False promise on top of him already, I do believe that is. He's starting to right click away. And Kinguin, well, 1 Viper coming through already. Omni and Flensmaster also starting to go. But Asuka back up to full health after all that now. He used the Satanic in the middle of the false promise. So hey. What can he do? Buyback, Niche has it available. He has to use it. And Evil Corporation lost a couple of heroes that didn't really want to. Now, bring forward. They want to bring him down second time, and they can! Keoli, a spell knock him back off cooldown. Flensmeister next on the list. Exotic Deer starting to find his crits, but then he is going to fall. It's those first lives, so no dieback for him. The entirety of E-Call's lineup will fall without even claiming the tier 3 in his top lane. Successful defense, Pathos with that Blink Dagger, able to blink across the Chronosphere, making sure that they cannot actually get too many kills off of that. Certainly the difference maker in that fight. Cost him a couple of buybacks though still, even though Exotic Deer was able to hold on to his. Capsule has fallen, same for the Vipers of E-Corp. Get these kind of kills in the initial burst, initial attempt. The Chronosphere with Ryujin coming through with the false promise. And Kinguin will still be in a bit of trouble. But they bought themselves some breathing room. That's all you're looking for, really. Gold is not actually too crazy in favor of E-Corp right now. Only 7k after that. It was at about 12k. Experience even in favor of Team Kinguin right now. And Well, if E-Corp wants to wait for the next Roshan, maybe spawn in 2 minutes. So... and we'll be coming back anywhere between 2 and 5 minutes. Kinguin will have a little bit more time to just wait for the buybacks to come back off cooldown. Probably going to be the most important part, maybe getting a few extra items. Exalt here, itemizing into that Battle Fury later, at least thinking about it. Because there's a few... I mean, you need some sort of AoE up against the super creeps alone. Totally went for a cleave, for the minus armor rather than a cleave instead of 15 talents, so can't rely on that. And well, might very well be making creeps regardless. Double catapult, slowly being chipped away at here by Nisha, but doing a decent amount of damage to the tier 3. Evil Corporation a little bit careful. Ideally, you want to get a pick off outside of the base. And there's actually so exotic deer. One right now. Again, you have to look at the map, not the mini map. Just the nature of the blur, it's a bit annoying. Now, if they did that, let me see. Exotic deer is not actually there. Let's go. Get the tier 3. There it is. Region. Broken up. Ravage in the back. Alright, that is. Good start. And they're gonna go on the Oracle, taking him down before he can do anything. Good start indeed. Warlock almost coming through. Region still in front here. Again, with the Satanic, keeping himself alive against Exotic. It's not enough though. He will fall in return, maybe here, but he's getting the crits, he's getting the life steal. Currency coming out a little bit late. He only trying to make that kill happen, and they did. But at what cost? Area trying to be out as it can happen. Pathos with another nuke, another crush onto Flensmeister. Double kill from Nisha. Clicking away throughout this entire fight. Only he's not out of the woodshed either. That's another blink here before the damage can connect. Nisha does not quite find the right angle for another crush to cancel TPs. Only will survive, but 2.5k, 3.5k gold swing in total here, roundabout if you also consider lost gold on E-Corp. Kinguin, they're slowly but surely getting themselves back into the game. They lost the tower, but they haven't lost the racks. Now they're in a position to even push across to the other side. That's the situation where E-Corp has to be a little bit more aggressive. We have to go jump in on the Viper. Even with the Chronosphere, kill him. He doesn't have buyback. Without him, like, you still have to worry with the about the Slaughter, with the minus armor. And gotta make absolutely sure that Kaoli stays alive in these fights and don't get jumped on from the back. Like your saving grace, like your third life almost. I mean, Regen got himself a second one with a Satanic, but ultimately that wasn't enough. This game is far from over. I'm just relying on the experience, pushing it to the late game, and at that point all bets are off. It's all coming down to execution. We've seen it from that last fight. We're already there. E-Corp, they can die, they can lose their heroes. It's in the right cascade. I mean, because that's what it is, right? You kill Oracle and everything else falls to pieces. Guardian Greaves, next up for Tidehunter. I'd be too surprised to see Pathos then start to itemize towards that Refresher Orb. Maybe they can also contest the next Roche actually. It'll be HSGs and Refresher Shard. That might be just as effective, even more effective, because it doesn't cost mana to use. Whereas sometimes you can run into mana issues on a Tidehunter with Refresher Orb. You know, TPN, they realize Roshan. Gonna be the name of the game again, about to respawn, bit of a longer respawn, close to max. So both teams should know that's about to be available again. And again, I think if Kinguin can secure it for themselves, it's gonna be a big boon. If Evil Corporation can get it, well, maybe they have a better way to take the next team fight. It's not gonna be easy either way though, even with HSG's Refresher Shot. You can give the Refresher Shot to the Warlock. There's plenty of slots and, well, 4 golems, pretty useful. Even double Fatal Bonds could make a huge difference if you landed on a couple of heroes. That kind of spell that you don't often think about, but can make or break a game. We'll see. Looks like E-Corp starting it off. They're pretty damn fast on it. with the minus number from Battalion Kinguin. They have to go right now if they want to contest it. They're gonna be too late. They're gonna be too late. They're not going in. With no vision about this area, which just doesn't really help. There it is now. Aegis Cheese Refresher. It's actually still sitting there. Flint's picking it up. Region. We're able to give that over to Keoli, actually. Alright. Oh, wait. Alright, I was gonna say area. He's the one receiving it in the end. Double golem. Just too good. You can consider, yeah, refresher shot to Oracle. One false promise for himself and another one for Husker, or even two for Husker, depending on the situation. But right now, even as a DD rune, the rune of many wins here for E-Corp. And now, that is, they're gonna go, learn from the mistakes, get the free kill on Elisage. Is he gonna take out here, trying to force him back to base, but it's gonna be just enough. Still out of commission for a while. Many racks have fallen already. Well, that is the first false promise. There's the Ravage coming through here on top of the Chronos here, on top of the Golem. Second Golem, where is it here? Coming through right the hell now on to more heroes. Still, everyone very much alive and seeing Kinguin. Evil Corporation, they paid a lot to make this happen. Flensmeister on the run now. Eats the cheese, tries to turn around Region. Big, crazy, hard-hitting hero on the front lines, but now slows down, pops the Aegis. They did get what they came for this time. They did get themselves some Mega Creeps, but they will lose. Likely all the heroes. Another jump here from Region. Does have the Satanic coming up in the second here. Freaking smashed up actually with the Ice Buff. Is it gonna be enough? It is, with the extra crush coming through. Only Flensmeister alive. Not for too much longer. Kinguin. They get a full 5-man wife, but at what cost? Can they stand up against Mega Creeps? Can they come back against Mega Creeps? If you look at the goals, well, it's right back to the 0 line. So, the answer I have right now is a maybe. Let's look at it. Battle Fury can be completed by Phantom Assassin if Exotic Deal wants to give up his buyback, but at this point you need to. Nisha already itemized against it very early with the Maelstrom, so he has some ways to deal with it. Jakiro, good AoE in his own right. Pathos, he can tank up Mega Creeps here and slowly to whittle away at them. Anchor Smash is very underwhelming, but he can hold a wave at the very least. Can survive against Megas. Can it survive against another long team fight like that while the Megas pounding away at your base? That is the other question. In these kind of situations, sometimes it's just enough to keep the other team busy, to engage into a fight, to just try and kite around for as long as you can. With false promises, satanics, chronospheres, golems, everything. Even if you don't get kills, might very well buy enough time for the Mega Creeps to just help out with some damage output, because there's some decent DPS if they start right-clicking. But also start clearing through more and more of these buildings, these buffer buildings as well as the tier 4 towers. Oh man. Only 40 minutes in, not even quite, but we're already in the late game. Don't quite have all the items out. Tiny going for the AC to make things a little bit easier. Ryujin, well, has casual plate mill, then switch to the BKB. He wanted an AC himself, and then that's what I said. No, I'm already building it, dude. Fine. Refresher orb here for Faces Void. So, no Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim Scepter makes it so that you can take fights more frequently, but it's not really the issue. Certainly not at this point, because you should always be able to just wait for next Chronosphere, or next round of Chronospheres to come out. So, Refresher Orb is the way to go in that sense. So you have 2 Chronos in the same fight. One if Area ever finds some money. If he wants to go for a fresh op himself, probably. He only just as the value buckler, he's still extremely poor. We also want to hold on to buyback. Buyback status overall is pretty good for Dire side. Only area missing it. And on side of Kinguin though, they didn't have to expend anyone in the last defense. So if nothing else, that's a good sign. They cannot take team fights without having these second lives available here, because they've been using their own spells quite well. Tidehunter with the Ravages, time and time again. But as soon as the BKB comes out on Huskar, the Crushes, the Ice Paths, the Ravages, they will not bother him at all. This could be a big timing. The only thing that then stops him would be either him dying to like some crazy crits a couple of times in a row, or the bashes from Slada, which if he hits level 25, you can go for the plus 15% bash chance. But I wonder if this isn't an corrosive haze game. That being undispellable should also mean that False Promise can't dispel it, right? So nothing else. You have the ability to do more damage during that to maybe make sure that he doesn't survive, but if he holds onto the Satanic during the False Promise, it won't matter, because Satanic in his own right is gonna get him up to full health, but back in False Promise, it almost doesn't matter how much damage you actually deal to him. I guess it's a little bit early to sit in Roche. Won't respawn for at least another 2 minutes. So
Dire's structures are fortified.
didn't have time this properly? Oh my god. Like, I'm just gonna sit here for God knows how long. It's very effective. Kinguin actually got the gold lead back here because of that. Well, I guess if nothing else to do, no more objectives to take. The shrines have been taken off the map for a long time ago. And Kinguin, the creep waves where they are, they kind of forced to sit around in their base. And that's the other thing, right? They have some ways to hold the waves, but they don't have easy ways of pushing out more than one at a time. So that really relies on exotic deer to leave them down. So that means if you want to push down one lane, well, you can't just say, hey, exotic deer, you push, we'll defend, because then exotic deer just gets picked off. If they want to push the lane, they have to push it as 5, but they can't, because if they do that, they're gonna lose the rest of their base. It does mean that... Oh, okay, Massage, toss back to on me, come back to right clicks. Also down to low ground, gets one ice path off. It's Keoli actually sneaking that kill. Probably for the best, honestly. His cores, they have other ways to farm, Keoli not so much. So, him getting 400 gold, not bad. But yeah, so the point is Kinguin can't really push out safely without giving up that base, which is obviously not what we want. Which means E-Corp have all the time in the world. Kinguin have to wait for them to come into the base to win a team fight, then try and push across the map, win another team fight, because E-Corp, they're gonna have all the buybacks. You would think, right? Right now, Warlock's still missing a lot of gold towards it. He has the Lord's Sword queued up, it's a refresh all, but he's not farming either during all of this, so he doesn't have it available right now. But Huskar will have it before long, and you will have to hold on to it. He also has BKB coming now. That is why he doesn't have it right now. But it is Roshan helping out E-Corp, responding very quickly. That's like what, the fourth? Yeah, the fourth Roshan, second refresher shot. So, gonna have double golem again. Not double Chronosphere, Face Void also actually going for the Lotus or has it shoot up. No decision made either way, and he's the one holding on to the refresher shot this time, so you tell Era, hey, you know, last time didn't really work out. Let's try the double chrono this time around. And it can work, especially if you somehow manage to catch a Titan under him. This Ravage being a bit of a nuisance here in these last couple of fights. But again, this time, maybe not so much with the Black Ingmar. Alright. See that will block. And there we go. So he is still rather far behind. And a lot of his network is not actually fight worthy because he has to hold on to buyback. This is the thing where you can't just suicide for objectives, which is a good and a bad thing, I guess. Which means if you lose a team fight like you've had before, you're not getting anything off of that. It's kind of the downside. The upside is then you have more focus, right? You're not distracted by trying to go for objectives. We have Krupas pushing in on all sides. Just a matter of them finding an initiation, or perhaps Kinguin. Well, it's kind of moments. Maybe you're looking for the backstab. You need to catch up Kaoli. Singing all the way in the back, and if you're not already committed to a team fight, then the corporation are just happy to take just as happy to take a fight outside the base to try and save their Oracle. And they are doing inside. There it is. Chronosphere number 1. Second one already coming back. The Ravage in the backline. They catch everybody reaching with BKB. Down something to run Castle. First one to fall. He especially with the jump coming through Exotic here. Trying to take care of Kaoli. So false promise, false on himself. Second going to save Chronosphere though. Will find the Phantom Assassin. Couple of Reckless here, but Huskar cannot get close. Now he has to take over as PA is being disarmed. Jumps up to his teammate, but fall off from Ryujin. Still has that Aegis. Also has Satanic to go on, but no BKB means he's being controlled up by the Ice Buff. Still, Exotic falls. Immediately bites back. Same for Jakira. Evil Corporation. They have lost plans for myself. Nisha is battling up with him during the same time. They've also used all of their big ultimates. Warlock Golems being used. Double Chronosphere. Not the best Chronos I've seen. I'm not gonna lie, not the best. First one was alright, but the second one, seeing how Ryujin wasn't quite able to hit the Phantom Assassin with that. And only himself, he doesn't have damage at all. No refusal, no Manta style, no attack speed item, no MKB even. Up against the PA. They probably ate the cheese. Again, Flensmeister trying to stay alive. So they're probably just gonna wait for him 20 seconds. Next Chronosphere in 30. Next Golem at 80 actually, so might wait a little bit longer. It's still held on to the Aegis, so that's good. But they will not have that as well as the Golem. Like 1.5 minutes left on it. It's like 20 seconds where that overlaps. Oh, the courier. Hyperstone for Nisha. MKB, alright.
Regeneration. What have we here?
Are there any level 25s that we haven't talked about yet? Nisha, for extra damage makes a lot of sense. Silence not the biggest of deals this game. That's seriously the only level 25? Phantom Assassin getting close. Can get extra evasion, probably not though, it doesn't really make sense with the MKBs already out. On Huskar in particular. So plus 5% to the Gra. And on the other side, Tiny, getting close. Probably gonna be the toss charges. Might be the Avalanche cooldown, I don't know. I haven't actually paid too much attention to him. He's kind of been off to the side in these team fights, trying to tank up some spells and trying to do damage himself as much as he can. So I don't know if he couldn't really make use of the Avalanche. Kaoli would be a big one with the False Promise duration, actually. Huskar. What are Huskar stuns anyway? Light cast range, extra life steal, extra damage. Zero in a vitality cooldown? Maybe. Or the attack range. He's being cut around a little bit, but he's 4 stars and whatnot. Alright, Aegis has expired. They do have all their ultimates though. Only once this time, no refresher shot. With these couple of heals on with buybacks and cooldown. Only on partners as well as Nina. Now he's gonna go over to the Warlock and area. You'll get full promise himself, Ryujin. Okay, now the Ravage for him. Ravage up, but Chronosphere on 2, including Phantom Assassin. The Ravage still hits and Transmice on the outside. Doesn't have an MKB himself, so they need Ryujin here to go on PA, and there it is. He's a bit sus up into the air. Forced to go back to the base at the very least, but they want more on me. Okay, a little bit too deep. Gets this arm. Cannot finish the kill. The very least to get Slaughter. He's not gonna be coming back, Ryujin. Well, gotta hit heroes. It's probably the better use of the time around hitting buildings. They realize that to burst down another one. He starts to fly back. No Ravage though. It's gonna be down to Exotic here coming back in. Pablo's just tanking right clicks here at this point, but there's Golem finally coming through. Exotic here forced to go back into the base again, and Ryujin this time with False Promise, with the Satanic, back up to nearly full health. Another buyback onto Nisha as he goes down to that and get the kill onto the Huskar. Buyback already used on Faces Void. No Boot of travels. It's gonna take a while until he can come back in. Area will also be picked up finally by Exotic eventually, I can say. Maybe not though, with TP out on... okay. Last minute damage does come through. Golem and Death will be farmed up as well. Again, Kinguin. Hold their high ground. Hold their tier 4 towers even. By the skin of their teeth. Again, a super, super costly defense. And if they manage to burst down PA... He got very close. Exotic Deer almost died. He had like 200 health points left when he limped back to base. If they got that kill, the game would be over. But E-Corp unable to quite finish it off. Forcing out the rest of the buybacks even Kinguin. Like, yeah, the one on Tide Hunter. As well as the one on Viper, everyone that they had available. Now, maybe there's an opportunity to force out some counter buybacks. Kinguin have to make some sort of play like this, even though there's still a bit of diminished capacity. There's another Chronosphere available. Haskar coming back in 30 seconds, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Evil Corp just give up his rags even. It's not really worth using buybacks for that, considering that you already have mega creeps. Lensmice on the other side of the map does have the TP to go back now. Vision. Some wrap around. Actually very dangerous, but yeah, they don't even get the racks, they just get the tower. They're too scared already. Wake me up with next rush. 5 seconds until it may respawn. Hurricane Pike now down on a Huskar. Alright, that's interesting. He did go for the attack range, so... What's the timer? 1 minute, 15 seconds, so not the longest in the world. What's his attack range now? Pretty decent. Less ability to be kited, I guess. Tiny went for the toss charges. PA went for the coup de grace. Purely wants commiserations, so everything makes sense. Flens, yeah, toss charges, as I just said. Ryujin, attack range. Area, what is his thing? Magic immunity or extra armor? Probably armor, right? Yeah. I haven't seen what these golems die to, but it's gotta have to be all the physical damage. So get the extra armor, make them a little bit more tanky. I mean, pretty Chronosphere AoE, honestly. Whew. Backtrack is nice and all, and it's freaking annoying to deal with. But you need the extra Chronosphere AoE. Worst comes to worst, you get the next refresher shot. You just Chronosphere, like you put 2 bubbles around, like this essentially, and then just hit buildings. Not a whole lot that Kinguin could do then. I'd love to see that actually, it'd be hilarious. But yeah, for now, Roshan is back up. Evil Corporation, have they scattered out yet? Well, they will soon enough.
As foretold.
Yeah. It's time to right-click away. One more time, Kinguin can't really afford to contest it, which is a bit of an issue at this point. They could early in one of these early attempts. But certainly not now, without it being very obvious. All these creepers not being accounted for, and also not without losing the tier 4s. Alright, Roshan number 6, again, going in the hands of E-Corp. Aegis, Cheese, and Refresh Shard. Double Chronosphere again. Cheese for Flensmeister. This is the same configuration as before. I just want to see them. Do they have... I don't know if they have any more books available. I don't think it really shows the number. If they did though, they just get Interfaces Void, farm up his level 25. Really fast, or as fast as you can. And then get the big AoE Chronospheres. Really just use them for kills. It's gonna be useful either way. Kinguin, with all this time spent, a couple of their buybacks came back available. Most notably the one from Exotic Deer. If Nisha falls though, then I don't know if that's gonna be enough though. If I don't pull the trigger soon, then might very well get his back too. Kite had a similar sort of cooldown, but it doesn't have the money for that anyway. Just go for the axe, so... Or minus armor, I guess. Might as well commit to that strat if you drafted for it. I'll go a little bit different here. Trying to bait something out on the region first, rest of the team way behind. I'm gonna try and confirm some of the positioning here, maybe pop a few wards down up on the high ground. Do we have any vision right now? I think you look like it. Alright. Region. One tier 4 down, double catapults as well in out of the mid lane. Have to work away this other one. Trying to force a reaction if nothing else. That is Blink Chrome Sphere, gets on 2, but follow up is there onto 2 heroes. So that's 1 down. He can buy back. He might survive with the mech and the pipe. Letting force out though might be a big deal. Maybe not.
Radiant's Ancient is under.
Chronosphere being down was a bigger one, so he already popped the refresher. Region, that ultimate pops the Satanic Deal himself back up. But no meaningful kills just yet outside of Kinguin, so Ecorp actually have to walk away. They got the tier 4s. That is something. I wonder if they just won for the next BKB, next False Promise, next... Not next Roshan, that would be a bit silly, but until that's available again, then just YOLO for the throne? Can they do that? Maybe. There's no Abyssal Blade or anything on Phantom Assassin like that, so... The lockdown that you have for this BKB, still 7 seconds, so kind of respectable. Is the patch from Slara, which is not reliable at all. Got 1 level since we last talked about him too, so nowhere near the level 25. Alright, what do you do here? What do you do? Closing in on the 60-minute mark, we've had Mega Creeps for at least, what, 20 minutes? Kinda crazy. Ryujin still has that Aegis, trying to find a target. So slow though with the dagger spam and everything. The extra attack range, can't really get on top of somebody without committing a jump, and that's a lot of health points that you also drain. Aggressive force off. Flame's actually gets a toss on Tanisha. That is a pretty big one if they can finish it, but there's a Ravage coming through. Nice little ice buff. Macropire on front. Region gets a BKB off though. That's 1 down. He's not gonna come back. Chronosphere and the rest, and everybody. Era's starting to slow them down, setting them up for Ryujin, coming closer onto Katzo. They'll focus on him. Disarm here onto Exotic Deer. Everyone who has the buyback will use it. Viper is ticked in too. There it is. Kratos down for good. The rest of Evil Corporation, this time they're still alive, but they've used all of their spells to Ryujin. Gonna be down to him and his strength, but now, well, he just got re-triggered. The Golems working away at the Ancients. Mega Creeps coming in to help out. Katza might finish up the Oli. He's gonna have another False Promise. Only 36 cooldown in a couple of seconds here. So where's Ryujin actually? All the way back there, finishing up Katza. Alright, down for a count. 2 heroes now. Third one, alright, that was Area. Exotic Deer, control up with 1 toss. Slowed down, he's trying to make his way back into the fountain or back towards KB. 1 second on cooldown, it's not gonna be enough! Exotic Deer has fallen. E-Corp. Triple kill for Ryujin. Will finish off this game finally. After almost 60 full minutes. It's a long time coming. Game's longest time. They held on because they're that kind of team. And they kept winning team fights, but they could never really make any headway. Like, they pushed across the river once